Madden has long been a series I've admired, enjoyed, and played since the early days of the Sega Genesis when it went head-to-head with Joe Montana football. It's been interesting to watch the sports simulation genre grow and mature over these years, with each passing iteration the ultimate goal to create a game that mimics its real-life counterpart. It's easy to argue that every year the game is the most realistic to date, and this year's Madden is no exception. But I think we've gotten to a point where it's almost come at a cost. Now don't get me wrong, Madden 15 is gorgeous, the player models look great, animations are smooth, the textures are awesome, the stadiums look great, everything's going to be familiar looking to you if you're a fan of the NFL, your players all look like they should, and they behave like you'd expect them to behave. There's new physics engines governing the tackles and the ball and just about everything in the game. It really rebuilt from the ground up for next-gen stuff, and it shows. This is one of the best Maddens to come around in years in terms of its early next-generation iteration. But when I say it comes at a cost, I say that because it does look so realistic, and there are times that you're just absolutely sucked into the game where you're thinking you're watching it on TV, and then you see some strange things happen, whether it's a physics glitch with the guy getting launched 20 feet in the air, or just his head actually spins around on his body from a hit that's so hard. It's bizarre, and it really takes you out of the moment. But if you can look past that stuff, what is in Madden is really good this year. One of the things I especially like are the new replays and the camera angles and stuff like that. Apparently this was done with an NFL film cinematographer, and it shows. You can really get down in on the action, and a lot of the canned replays we've seen over the years are gone. There's no shortage either of modes to play in Madden, whether it's online or franchises or Madden Ultimate Team and things like that. There's definitely stuff to keep you busy. There's a really in-depth practice mode now to showcase some of the new stuff, which is really evident on defense, where they've added things like, I'll call them quick time events, but they'll tell you when to kind of press buttons for timings to do things like speed moves and swim moves and stuff like that when you're playing defense. There's also a new tackle radar, which kind of showcases how much of a chance you have to tackle someone, or the range from them, whether your guy's going to dive and miss or actually be in on a tackle. And the tackling animations are really cool now, especially the gang tackles, getting everybody in there. So, yeah, I mean, all around there, gameplay, the core of Madden is probably the best it's been in years. I do find the running game a little bit easy, but bumping up the difficulty there can kind of alleviate that. Ironically, I think the biggest improvement in Madden 15 is the playbook. It's been completely overhauled, and now you've got plays by categories, by types, by suggestion, and one of the coolest things is it actually utilizes online data from everybody playing Madden and tells you just how successful a play will be. It'll tell you why to pick that play, why it's good in that situation, and it'll also keep track of how you do with previous play calls and let you know what kind of maybe the average yards you've done and stuff like that. Really, really good stuff to help you learn football. Overall, Madden this year is great if you can get past those just tiny little weird physics glitches, like this one that launches players 50 feet in the air. It's in the game.